Obviously, a sad day across America this morning. Tributes to former President Jimmy Carter are coming in from around the world after passing away at 100 years old at his family home in Georgia. Both President-elect Donald Trump and President Joe Biden have led the way paying their respects. Trump made a couple posts to Truth Social saying in part, the challenges Jimmy faced as a president came at a pivotal time for our country, and he did everything in his power to improve the lives of all Americans. We owe him a debt of gratitude. Melania and I are thinking warmly of the Carter family and their loved ones during this difficult time. He followed that post a couple hours later saying, quote, while I strongly disagreed with him philosophically and politically, I also realized that he truly loved and respected our country. He worked hard to make America a better place, and for that, I give him my highest respect. Warmest condolences from Melania and I to his wonderful family. Meanwhile, President Biden spoke from the Virgin Islands, where he's been vacationing, and reflected on endorsing former President Carter back in 1976. Take a listen to some of his remarks.
What I find extraordinary about Jimmy Carter, though, is that millions of people all around the world, all over the world, feel they lost a friend as well, even though they never met him. And that's because Jimmy Carter lived a life measured not by words, but by his deeds. We may never see his like again. We'd all do well to try to be a little more like Jimmy Carter.
Memorial services for Carter will continue over the coming days, with some plans tentatively set. Here they are. So the New York Times is reporting first he will be brought to the Carter Center in Atlanta, the home of his post-presidential philanthropy and other activities as well. After 36 hours there, he'll be flown to Washington, D.C. for a ceremony traditional of presidential deaths. After another day and a half at the Capitol, Carter will be flown back to be buried in Plains, Georgia, in his family plot. President Biden has declared January 9th as a national day of mourning.